this video, this is me trying to ask any business out there, any restaurant out there, if they would switch over to tap water. I don't know how I'm going to set this up though. I got two different sides. I got what the corporations already say, and then what we already know. And we can put these two together. Just so we know, babies live in water for 9 months more or less. Water is absorbed through the skin. I think we're going to do the one on water, and then we're going to see what businesses say. I'm going to stay out of these 3 states: flight, fright, and stare. I do have a video called Kids' Right to Know Peace. It's called meditation. It's taking in the breath and not controlling it. It's in and out, just recognizing the breath and staying relaxed. Here we go.
The United States does not keep active records of how many people get sick from our water supply every year. There are estimates that from 500,000 to 7 million people get sick per year from drinking in tap water.
One of the problems is that we have lots of bugs in the system: viruses, pathogens, bacteria. A lot of those things that you think of as stomach viruses or flus, about 40% of those come from your drinking water.
We are not removing things like industrial chemicals, rocket fuel, pesticides, certain pharmaceuticals, drugs that were discharged either by big animal factories or by sewage treatment plants. A lot of people think they don't have to worry about their water supply because they go out and buy bottled water. Well, we have news for them. In fact, a lot of your exposure to many of the chemicals comes from the simple act of showering in them. So some of these more volatile pollutants come in through your skin.
Okay, we just heard what he said. I'm going to stay out of those 3 states, and we're going to look at this. Now, he just stated that they come through the skin. Doesn't matter if you drink bottled water or not, they come in through the skin. Okay, we heard that. Now, let's see what we see. We see products being made with the same water. Now, we heard what he just said. Not to scare you, I've been doing it for a while. Hey, what doesn't kill us makes us stronger, right? But do you think we should quit? Well, let's just see on where this all goes. The documentary is called Flow for the Love of Water. This is something that we can test. When you do apply current to tap water, it turns green sludgy color immediately. And we do have body voltage running through us. You can do a video search on that. I do have one on there. It's about 15 volts on the 2nd floor. The higher you go up, the higher it goes up. With this one.
There are over 116,000 human-made chemicals. We have no idea how they interact. We are becoming experiments for these synthetic chemicals. And when the liver takes these chemicals out of our bodies, what happens? They get flushed down the toilet. And then they go into the aquifer. And then they go into our rivers and streams. We take the water from the rivers and streams, and we put it into our public water supply systems, and we're drinking it again.
All those pharmaceuticals, all those cosmetics, all the stuff that's in there, you know what? It's changing the chemistry in our bodies, and it's hurting us.
Okay, we just heard that. So why would you use that in the products that you make? Like beer, soda, the pancake at the restaurant, your coffee at the restaurant, coffee at the gas station, so on and so forth. Especially when you can buy distilled water, it's 0 parts. They make sure that it's 0 parts because they don't want to be sued if you wreck your machine equipment or whatever, because that's usually what people use it for. It does not leach minerals from the body. It only leaches inorganic materials. But you want the freshest, distilled water. You don't want nothing that's been laying there for a long time, because it will leach plastic out of it because it's negatively charged. And that's what it does. It takes out inorganic compounds. All right.
Nobody needs to be partisan about this issue. We need fixes, we need remedies, we need support.
How much influence on government legislators does the food industry have? Well, the food industry is an enormous business in the United States. Therefore, it employs very expensive and well-paid lobbyists. And those lobbyists are in Washington for two purposes. Number one, to make sure that no government agency ever says, eat less of the company's products. Number two, that the government never passes legislation that is unfavorable. And I guess the third one is to encourage the government to pass favorable legislation.
The GMA is one of those lobbies.
You're going to see us do what we do best, and that is market appropriately, finance education programs, as we're doing in a great abundance, getting good information out to parents so we can solve the problem. That's what we do in the food industry. We think that is a responsible, important role to play. We are not police, we are not regulators. We provide a safe, affordable abundance of food like the world has never seen.
The food industry and the broadcasters are extremely powerful lobbies, and they outgun us.
The industry has stepped up to the plate. We're going to do more. We want to do more. We recognize we have a role to play. We're part of the solution. We're part of the problem. And we are also are part of the solution.
Did everyone hear what he just said? We're part of the problem. The lobbyists for Coke, Heinz, Smucker's, Kellogg's, Nestle, Kraft, Hershey, Sara Lee, Cadbury, General Mills, Seagram, Welch's, Wise, Anheuser-Busch, Birdseye, Lance, Campbell's, Carvel, Mars, Ocean Spray, Hormel, Dannon, and Pepsi said we're part of the problem. I think we're making some headway.
I heard that. I'm gonna back this up now. Are your products made with tap water?
Cold water. Well, we have news for them. In fact, a lot of your exposure to many of the chemicals comes from the simple act of showering in them. So some of these more volatile pollutants come in through your skin.
So, if it's coming through your skin, what about you eating it daily, everywhere you go? It's sprayed on your fruits and vegetables at your store. And he did say that there's viruses in there. They're neither dead or alive. They're activated by frequencies too. Gravediggers know this. The microwave expert that explains this in great detail is named Barry Trower, and he works for free. He is a microwave expert. I hope there's a restaurant out there that would go distilled water. It'd be interesting. I mean, it can't be that much money. And you could figure it out. What's money?